So yeah, feedback on how busy the first part, and then we're going to go.
Welcome to the StartupLanes meet. My name is Shishir Gupta. I'm the founder and CEO of StartupLanes. Let's wait for 2 more minutes so that others can also join, and then we'll start. Hi, welcome all. Welcome to StartupLanes meet. My name is Shishir Gupta. I'm the founder and CEO of StartupLanes. Now we can start. And we have Shruti with us. Shruti, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello everyone. Hi, this is Shruti. I'm community manager of South India and I'll be managing this meeting. Thank you.
I'm giving you the hosting rights, and then you can take it ahead. Yeah, Shruti, you are the host now. Over to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay. So we'll start with StartupLanes introduction, and then we'll go with the introduction of every member who has joined the meeting. So yes, welcome to the StartupLanes meeting. We are an ecosystem for startups, investors, and enablers present in 40 cities in 7 countries. Mr. Shishir Gupta and Mrs. Neha Gupta are the co-founders of StartupLanes, and Shri S.K. Mathur is chief advisor. He is 75 years old with the 50 years of experience. He was the president of Reliance Industries and CEO of ExpoMart in the past. We are enabled by our regional directors, chapter directors, associate directors, funding consultants, investment directors, mentors, and associates all across the globe. Please feel free to join us for any such roles. So yes, before starting the event, I just want to introduce how the meeting flow will be and how we'll be doing this. So whenever you speak, please switch on your videos because this is a live. Live recording is also going on. We are live on YouTube and Facebook as well. So please, it will be great if you can switch on your videos while you will be introducing yourself. So when after this meeting, if you get any business or any connections, please verify from us the members, because we were getting a lot of complaints for unverified members who are actually the scammers, and they were offering the low prices. So SL really does not charge any commission in the leads from the gold members. The entire business that SL receives is transferred to gold or platinum members. Therefore, the product or services does not become expensive like any other platform. We offer managed service to all our community managers, and will be there to they will be there to assist you throughout the process till it's complete. So we ensure that the buyer gets the satisfactory delivery of goods and services, and on the other hand, seller gets full payment of on time. So now we'll be starting with the introduction. So while introducing, please, yes, like I told you, please switch on your video, and following are the questions I'm going to explain. Please try to use those, try to give the answers to all the questions while introducing yourself. First, please introduce yourself and your business, and a little bit of your personal introduction about your education, your experience, your hobbies, and your interest. And yes, what is your USP, why people choose you, the clients, your location, and what people should give you business. If people refer you a client or customer, then what will you give to them, and any special offer to the members, discounts or free gifts you would like, if you would like to offer. And yes, if you have any connections for the people you met online through this SL meets, please please state their names as well. If you get any business of you, if you have converted any leads, please mention that as well. And if you've learned something through this platform, please inform us and also to the people as well. And also mention your feedback for the SL. And if you want to give any feedback for any community manager or any community member from our SL community, then also please mention that as well. And at last, please share one tip or hack for the other entrepreneurs that they can use for the successful business, which really help you throughout your journey. And what is your commitment for the next meeting? And if you want to quote any special quotation from your own or any personalities, please mention that as well. Thank you so much. After the introduction, we'll be having a knowledge session from two of our gold members. One is Mr. Amit, and next is Mr. Satya Reddy after the introduction session. So yes, we'll start with the introduction from Mr. Amit. Hello.
Yeah, hi Shruti.
Hi.
Uh,
if you can just yeah, you are not visible. I guess you need to like.
okay, can you? Yeah, I hope I'm visible now.
Yeah, so
Okay,
this is just the introductory part, and after the introduction of every member, then we'll be having the knowledge session.
Sure. So good morning, everybody. Good morning, Shishir also. I think we were talking a few days back. So I'm founder and co-founder and CEO of Expertise Technologies, and I'm based in Bangalore. And our company is about we do softwares in the edtech space. And currently we have some products which is so we have currently got three products in the one is in the space of school management software. Then I have another software which is to do with online test and assessment platform. And currently we also have one portal called expertise.com, which is more about engaging with students and job seekers, professionals. So this platform is about resume building, which is a free of cost platform. And we are also having employer on the other side who can post their jobs. And so basically any job seekers, they can connect with employers and they can apply for the job. Apart from this, we have also been working with fresh graduates and students of computer science, especially in the last 1 or 2 years. So our engagement model with students are in two ways. One is, of course, we engage with them in terms of mentoring and personal sessions sometime based on what is their requirement in terms of their any career related things they want to understand. Plus, we also have internships and trainings specifically for third year, fourth year students of engineering. And in fact, right now, I mean, prior to this before this April, we were using all these models through our on-site model in Bangalore. But obviously, things have changed in the last 3-4 months. So right now, we have moved into online. So we are currently working with students in online engagement model for internship, online internship, as well as some training stuff. Apart from this venture, so I have been in this entrepreneurial journey for last 6 years. Prior to this, I had another venture in the services industry for the semiconductor. So as such, my technical background is into electronics, semiconductor, VLSI. So I had a 6-year-old company which was operating in terms of uh, consulting to MNCs. And that semiconductor group was actually acquired in the month of this January. And with that acquisitions, we are currently completely into a software side. So I have a couple of other co-founders with me. I think they are not online right now. So yeah, I mean, I've been part of StartupLanes ecosystem for I think 6 months by now, and I had the opportunity to attend one of their offline event also. But after that, things have totally gone into online mode. I think my experience with Startup Lane has been good, though not too many interactions, I would say, because of being online. But I think offline, I've been talking to Shruti and Shishir at times whenever there is some requirement. So with this ecosystem, what I would look for is, since we are into having a software platform, couple of platforms, we have like school management and test and assessment platform. Plus, as I said, I engage with young students and fresh graduates. So I think anybody who can help us in any leads in terms of schools. So we specifically are targeting schools which are not well funded and not like the expensive schools, but we would be more than happy to work with schools which are normally catering to, I would say, lower middle class and maybe even under that. So we would be happy to engage with them and work out some software solutions for them, which is going to be economical and affordable for that kind of a school. So apart from that, yes, any collaboration, if somebody can help us in terms of collaborating with colleges, universities, wherein we could probably see how we can work with students coming out of that. So that will be something really good for us. Apart from that, I think if any kind of consulting is required or some training, short-term training for either college students or somebody who has already come out of college, I'm fine with that also. Yeah, that's about me. I think, yeah, and in this 6 years of my entrepreneurial journey, I surely have interacted with a lot of corporates and have gone through a lot of hiring process. I mean, I've been part of a lot of my own hirings as well. So what I see in the last 4 months is a completely a different scenario in terms of how we are recruiting now. So I think I'll be talking a little bit about that in one of the follow-up 10-minute session. So maybe I can take up a little bit more when what's my learning and what I feel like how things have changed right now when we talk about hiring new recruits and what kind of process and all we need to follow. So some of my learning I'll be happy to share after that. Thanks, Shruti.
Thank you so much. And have you joined any online meetup, SL meetup before, or like you
Uh,
have joined our offline meet as well? So like you must have like got connected to some people.
I have not actually attended any of the online meets. I think this is the first time I'm coming online with you guys. But yeah, I think it will be good to be connected as often as possible.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Next we have Mr. Ketul Patel.
Yeah. Hi everyone. My name is C.A. Ketul Patel. I'm from Surat, and by profession, as I said, I'm a chartered accountant, and I run a startup called AccountingBaba.com. So it's an online platform. It's like a job aggregator platform, but only for accountants and chartered accountants. So if there are accountants or CAs who are looking for a job, then they'll come and register on my website. And on the other side, CA firms, tax professionals, and SME industries who are looking for their staff. It can be a full time or part time, and then they come and register on the website. So it's like a job aggregator. The difference is that data matching. So we collect the data in a much more detailed way. Like if you are looking for a particular accountant with a particular experience or with a particular background, then you will be able to search. So on the other job aggregator, you will not be able to search out the CA who is having expertise in project finance, but on my website you will be able to find. So that's why I have selected a niche platform, and I'm matching the data. Like it will be, I'm making the recruitment process fast and comfortable. Like we order the food and food arrives within few hours, a few minutes, then I want to make the recruitment process as short as possible, because as you can see, even corporates also take months of time to recruit the people. I want to minimize the time which is taken in recruitment, but as I said that I only deal in accountants and CA. So if there any other portal who is into HR tech, then we can, because I also in the process to upgrade my technology. So we have a website at current stage, and we have more than 10,000 accountants and chartered accountants already registered on my website. And we are on the process of collaborating and making the channel partners each in multiple cities. So we are having a channel partner in Ahmedabad. We are in talks with chartered accountants from any other cities in Maharashtra, in Madhya Pradesh, for giving our distributor, you can say it's a channel partnership to the chartered accountants. So we are expanding our business, but with the expansion we also need to upgrade our technology. As I said, I am a chartered accountant. I do not have any technical background, and at the current stage I do not have anyone from the technical background who can work for full time, or currently we are outsourcing the entire technology part. So if anyone of you is having something which we can collaborate with, like if you have if you are having a particular platform related to HR tech, and if we can use it, then it can be a good collaboration for us. So we can work in that direction. Apart from that, I have if you have any suggestions, or if you have any ideas regarding HR, then we can also work together, because I am also HR industries, and I want to expand in that industry also. So yeah, that was it from my side. This is my first meeting with startup land. I would like to attend more meeting and get connected with fellow startup entrepreneurs who are into HR. So I would like to thank Shruti ma'am and CC sir for arranging such a wonderful meet, because I am from Surat and there were events happening in Surat, but people were like limited because there is no such startup ecosystem here in Surat. But rare people, but people are like they were not much that into not actual startup. So I am also startup registered. I have also got a tax exemption under 80 ISE. So there are many very few startups who have got that tax exemption certificate. I'm one of those. So thank you once again. If I can be any of your help in developing the startup plan, if you I'm able to I'll be able to spare my time and give you the support which you guys require for the development of the startup plans. Thank you. That was it
Thank
from.
you so much. Nice to have you. And we'll be organizing physical meetups once the COVID situation is like
Okay.
normalized.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you so much. And we'll be there on Surat as well soon. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Next, we have Mr. Puneet Patel. Oh, sorry, Puneet Mittal.
Hi Shruti.
Hello. If you can just switch on your video because
Yeah,
this is a live.
I'm just trying that particular part. Just 1 second. So can you guys see me?
No.
Uh, I think I have logged in from two different account. That may be one of the reason.
Okay.
We are able to see and hear.
Ah, okay. So in the another laptop there is a camera problem. That's
Yeah.
the reason.
Now we can see
Yeah.
you.
So first of all, thanks a lot everyone. So I'm the founder of Vilasai Expert Private Limited, and basically Amit just invited me. So it's the first time I'm on a online platform and just interacting with you guys. So I am connected with the Shishir over LinkedIn, and I have seen a lot of posts of the Shishir, but never get a chance to talk to you guys. So I thought like, okay, this is a platform. Maybe I can just see like, okay, what exactly the things are happening. I will also introduce myself, and then later on we will work on the next level of the discussion. So as such, as a part of a Vilasai Expert Private Limited, it's basically for the engineers, it's an education field. So what I'm doing, I'm enhancing the skill set of the engineers, the pass out, or I would say the college going engineers, and mostly it's all about the placement. And like, okay, the from the education point of view, the professional job point of view, if I will talk about that, is the placement is very important and the critical also. So I think this particular platform where we are talking about the HR meet, I want to connect with the different HRs in the from the technical and non-technical background to understand like, okay, what is the industry requirement, and how we can just associate with each other, and how we can just make this process streamlined. So that's one motive from my side. The second thing is in terms of I would say the education or the challenges point of view also. So I have a very strong and a very good student database when it comes to obviously the engineer point of view also. So usually I'm doing the mentoring, I'm doing the counseling also. So one of the reason I want to connect with the HR people to understand what are their challenges, so that I can communicate to the student properly accordingly. Like, okay, these are the challenges and these are the things they should enhance in their skill set. And in that, it also matter in terms of the soft skill, in terms of the technical skills. I'm on an online, offline both model I have when it comes to the education. So I have started this online, offline almost like 3 year back, but now because of this COVID, I'm completely moved in the online side. And when I'm just talking about I just completely moved in the online platform, then that's a place where I need help from the startup lane also. Like, okay, uh, in terms of the networking, in terms of the next stage, like okay, how we can understand each other and how we can just take the business to the next level. My background is like I have almost 14 year of experience. I worked in the very niche field, which is a semiconductor field, I would say. And it's almost like the December, I would say the 2016, I left my job, hyping my job. So this is my passion on which I'm working from the last couple of years. And that thing I'm just doing a very small team, I would say just 2 or 3 members, and everything I'm managing myself. From the branding point of view, it's like I started this thing in 2010. So I just like you have asked, like okay, what should be the one of the key thing I just want to communicate to everyone. It's just like I figure out branding is something people do in the last. So once they come up with the name, the product, and then they start doing the branding. But I just did in the reverse way. When I was just doing the job during that particular time, I started with the branding portion. So when I'm talking about the branding portion, it's almost like 10 year I spent in the branding thing. So it become very easy for me when I uh, started my I would say the full time thing, just to generate the revenue from the very first day. So that's one thing I would say, like okay, if anyone who is right now they just started, maybe they can also think about like okay, the branding is important and the marketing is very important. So in place of doing that thing after the product is ready, maybe there are a number of ways they can do it, the branding and the marketing first, so that later on from the very first day they can start generating revenue. So that's all from my side. And then definitely we will just discuss a lot of things later on.
So if you have any requirement from the community,
Yeah, so I have a lot of requirement. So
okay,
that's yeah, so it's like
yeah,
that's the
please you
reason
can
I'm here.
mention.
Yes. So from the requirement point of view, like right now, when it comes to the connection, so networking I need from the college point of view, from the industry point of view, because like I said, I'm on the training side and I'm the placement side. So from the college point of view, if anyone from the have a connection in the TPO side, so we can just associate with them. When it comes to the corporate side, so we are also in a corporate training, so we can also associate in that particular direction. When it comes to the online platform side also, so as such technology wise we have Apple things, but yes, so we want to just make that particular platform to the next level. And for that, maybe in future I may need some funds and all. So that's going to be another requirement.
Sure, and something you can give to the community.
Oh, I'm a good speaker, I would say. So, and I'm also associated with a lot of startups. Like I'm in a Noida based, and I'm just operating everything from the co-working space. So from that point of view, my I would say, like I said, I understand the uh, startup challenges, and I usually just work with them in terms of the marketing point of view. So that's one thing I can help right now. Apart from that, like technical side, from the niche area, electronic side, if anyone need my help, I'm always ready.
Great. Good to have you on our platform and looking forward for a long lasting relationship.
Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next we have NM Patel. Hello, Mr. NM Patel, can you hear me? Your video is on. If you can just switch on your microphone as well. Yeah, please.
Am I
switch
audible?
on your
Hello.
yeah. Switch on your video as well.
Hello.
Hello. Yes, you are audible, but if you can just switch on your video as well.
Hello.
Hello.
Now am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay. And video also.
No, your video is not visible.
I think network is. I think network issue. I try
Okay,
to
we can
resume.
continue. No, okay, okay. Sure, sure. The video is like visible now. You can start.
Hello, my name is Nikunj. I'm from Gujarat in Dwarika, and I left. I do the job in Adani Solar, and now I think about startup. And I actually work on my one idea, which is on e-commerce related. So one thing I faced one issue. I mean, एक मतलब problem, which is that I saw I want to buy a phone, which is a Vivo Y69, and which online price is 12 मतलब 12,350, and when I go to the on shop and
I guess he lost his connection. Okay, we'll go forward with the other person, and once he'll be back, we'll continue with him as well. Next, we have Mr. Krutar Shah. So, I request others to please put your microphones on mute. So, Mr. Krutar Shah, can you hear me? Hello. Can we start with Anuradha Prashant? Hello, am I audible?
Yeah, ma'am, you are audible.
Okay, Anuradha Prashant, can you hear me? Okay, we'll get back to you. Mr. Satya Reddy.
Hey, Shruti, can I go last? Is that okay?
Yeah, if you can just switch on your video.
Can I go last? Is that okay? Is that an option?
Okay, yeah, it's okay. Yeah. Sure.
Thank
Can
you.
we start with Shishti Rawat?
Yeah. Can you guys see me? The light's really. Yeah. Hi, Shrishti Rawat. I'm a communication designer and I'm the founder of Studio Jar. Studio Jar is a place where we're all creative minds who've come together and we design 360 services, anything related to design, whether it be packaging, it be branding, it be presentation designs, publication, magazine design. We cover everything, including signages as well. We're really small right now. We're like a team of 5, and we are very young right now. We're only say about with the experience of 1 year, but I feel that's our strong suit right now. In design field, especially now that things are changing, it's evolving. There's so much, so many new things coming up. As young designers, we have all that as our strength because we've recently learned about it, and we're implying it in the changing world. Uh, I mean, that's about my studio because it's extremely new, but we're looking for opportunities. Whoever needs something related to branding or packaging or anything related to design, we're all open to it. We're very flexible with our clients. Um, and yeah, I mean, that's all. What we want to do, the reason why we started this startup was not just to be a design agency, but to also start the new trend of what design is changing into. I mean, not just, it doesn't really imply only to the design world, it implies to every sector, whether it be CA or engineering or any other sector, because you need design everywhere. You need your branding done everywhere. Like I think Puneet, he mentioned that he wanted to do his branding before um, establishing his company, which is extremely important. When you start a company, you should have your branding, you should have your marketing skills, and that's where we help our clients. So yeah, that's about it.
Okay, and what's your USP? I mean, unique selling price. Why
As I
people
said,
choose
we
you?
are extremely young, we're extremely new, And with our new qualities in terms of design creativity, it's not those cliche ideas that every marketing agency or every design agency gives you. We have something which is more futuristic or Gen Next. Yeah, so that's a USP.
And a little bit of your background, how you started it, why you started this, and what you are expecting from the community and what you can offer to the community.
Okay. So about myself, I just graduated this year, but I always had in mind that I would be working, but I would definitely want to establish my own path right away. Like it might take time, but might as well start now so that I can build it to the level where I want to reach. I am a communication designer, as I said. We're from Pune. The design agency is based in Pune, although we serve everywhere across the country. Um, and yeah, I mean, to offer to the community, what I said was, we want to make a difference, not just by designing, but just to make each brand look different. That's what we want to do for brands. And what I want from the community is just to support us. Reason being, we are young entrepreneurs, and it's everybody just wants experience, but we feel like because we're in the design field and the new evolving field, we have way more knowledge than what our experience would be. So I was just we are trying to compare us with the old generation. So I think the community could just help us with supporting. That's all.
Thank you so much. Next, we have Mr. Ravi.
Hello.
Yeah, hi, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you can just switch on your video.
Yeah, sure. 1 minute. Yes, Shruti. So what I supposed to?
Yeah, now we can see you.
Okay.
So we can start with your intro. Yeah, with your intro
Okay.
about your company, about your business, how you started it, why you started this, and your interest or hobbies apart from this, and what you are expecting from the community or what you can offer to the community, and anything feedback you want to give to the SL or any new collaborations you are looking for.
Okay. Okay. Fine. Okay. Hi. This is Ravi. Ravi Vasagam. So I come up with an IT technology background, and I have 2 decades of IT industrial experience or professional experiences. And last 2 years, I was in the entrepreneurial journey. I started entrepreneurial journey with just doing a consulting work for the project, where one of the educational ERP product want to be a globalized enterprise model. It was not a enterprise one. So it's one of my friend. He asked me to give a consultation for that product to market his product globally. So I started from that journey as an entrepreneur. So the product was launched globally and it was a success over there. So then I thought of it, okay, why don't we start our own like that. So that's where I started the projects-based services in the IT industry. So it's going on now, and currently what I'm doing is one, yes, IT service project I'm doing it. Second, I have a business email solutions, whereas many startups are struggling to have a business emails because most of them are using a Gmail as a email communications, but that is not good for professional. So I thought of it. Why don't we have doing a small services with business promotions there with their domain names. So that's why I started KS email services. So KS email services will provide a business based on your domain name. You can have your email and we go with that communication for your clients. So that gives a brand value for that. That's why I got started. And specifically, this is only for the startup organizations. So on the basic email service that I'm able to provide it. That's what I was doing it. Apart from that, I started not only with that. So I started like we'll have a loyalty program. So loyalty program is another one which is going to boom up in the industry with the concept of blockchain cryptocurrency. So I was creating a product in that segment. Currently, this is in the pre-MVP stage. So development is going on. So currently looking for funds. So once we have a funds inside, probably yes, we can step up again from the next stage. That's what I'm looking at. Sorry. What I'm looking from this community, yes, need a lot of advisors since I'm new to the entrepreneur's journey, as well as networking. Then if anybody want to join as a co-founder, yes, that also I welcome. That's expectation from my side.
And any hack or tip you want to give to the community from your experience, which really helped you?
Come again, please.
Any hack or the tip you want to give to the other entrepreneurs, which really helped you throughout your journey of entrepreneurship?
Yeah, actually, my friend was helping me because I was working in a company. Then he asked me, so why don't you come and join and do consulting? So that's where I started, just doing a consulting for him, and that puts me. I was doing a journey with him. That gives a lot of entrepreneurial thoughts, how people are thinking about it. What are supposed to do entrepreneurial, what we are supposed to do everything. So that gives me a motivation, a lot of things, and that's where I started my entrepreneur journey. And yes, a couple of people I have here in my neighborhoods, they're also helping me in that phase. Yeah.
Great, great. Good to have you. Any interest or hobbies you have apart from this the business, or you are looking to work with the community on any other project?
Okay. Apart from the business, hobbies is like I love to watch football. So that's the one thing I like it. Only the sports side. That's it.
Thank you so much.
And the world history also I like it.
Great. Great. Good to have you and looking forward to work with you soon. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah. Next we have Anuradha Prashant. Can you hear me? Okay. Next we have Mr. Sunil. Mr. Sunil, can you hear me?
I think they are mute.
Yeah, but they can hear me. Okay. Can we start with Mr. Chetan KS? Mr. Nishant Kripakar?
Hi, this is
Hi.
Chetan. Can you hear me?
Yeah, if you can just switch on your video.
Yeah, actually, I'm just sitting outside, so the video is not so good.
Okay.
Can we move on with the audio, please?
Yeah.
Hi. So this is Chetan. I'm a co-founder in MedPick. We are a B2B platform for medical devices and all hospital needs. So our main focus is to handle procurements to small and medium-sized hospitals, where there's no specialist procurement team and where the doctor handles everything. So we follow a set of marketing plans, starting from a group GPO based procurements to creating a seller marketplace for all the vendors and manufacturers across India. So all these process, we try to reduce at least 10 to 20% of procurement costs for these hospitals. And I would say we have helped a lot of hospitals in this COVID situation to manage their procurements and to establish strong in this in these times. Hospitals were facing a very big financial crisis due to this ongoing situation, and we helped them stabilize in terms of procurement for finance, and help them in planning out what kinds of equipments they need for a particular hospital in these times. So one is that, and we have developed a application to harvest home delivery of medicines to in metropolitan cities using local pharmacies. So we are not just some e-marketplace like 1mg or pharmacy. where we have our own stock. This application which we have created can be used by regular citizens in metropolitan cities to order medicines from their nearest pharmacies. So here we are utilizing the local pharmacy network, and thereby we are encouraging the statement vocal for local. We are saving the local pharmacies from the MNCs, which is entering into the Indian market. So we are into that project currently, and I joined this meeting just to see how startup lanes functions and what kind of network you have and everything. So yeah.
Thank you so much. And is there anything you're looking from the community or expectation from startup lanes or from the community we have? Any other member you want to connect with? Or is there, if there is something you can offer to the community, you can help some other entrepreneurs? Or one tip or hack, because you're already dealing with the COVID situation. If you can just share your experience with the people, and or one tip you can give people to for a successful business.
Yeah, sure. So one thing mainly startups should focus on this COVID-19 situation is their churn and their expenses. So financial management is one thing which you have to look for. I mean, if the business is running slow, mitigate your market investments into your markets and sales. So make sure you survive till the end of this pandemic and then expand your business rapidly. So that is one suggestion what I would say. The companies have to behave according to the ongoing situation. We have to adapt to the marketing changes, market trends. So based on that, just sail through this pandemic without any effects. So one other which I can offer to the communication society is we have connected to a lot of hospitals in regards to procurements and many medtech startups as well. So we have created a platform called Health Innovation for medtech startups. There are around 1,000 plus medtech startups coming in India, and all the products developed in these startups are cutting edge medical technology. So we can help these startups to, if there are any medtech startup in this meeting, so please reach out to me. I can connect you to many hospitals to try out your product. You can put a basic trial in the hospital, or if the hospital is looking to purchase your equipment, I'll be able to help you out in that aspect. And one thing which I'm looking out to is that, as I said, we have started this project of online medicine delivery using local pharmacies. So in any ways, if you can collaborate with our project, or if you can associate with our project, say in terms of funds, or in terms of technological association, in terms of company collaboration, I'm open to it. You can just let me know. You can connect to me. We'll speak regarding this. Yeah.
Thank you so much. One of our incubated companies also like by the name of Medisetu. They are also working in the sector, and maybe they can like take help from you, because right
Sure.
now they are in revenue situation as well. I'll surely connect the founder of Medisetu with you.
Sure, definitely. I'll be looking forward to it.
So I'll connect with you offline as well.
Sure. Yeah, please. Thanks.
Yeah. If you can just share your email ID, then I'll just connect with you.
I've registered for the webinar, so I've filled the email
Okay.
ID there. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
Next we have Mr. Pranshul. Can you hear me?
Yeah, hi, hello.
Hi. If you can just switch on your video, because this is a live program going on, live webinar.
Okay, right now I can't do it. Just let us have the discussion further.
Okay. So we need a little bit of your introduction about your business as well, and your expectation from the community, and yes, what you can offer to the community. If you have any tip or any advice you want to give to the entrepreneurs during this COVID situation, or for the successful business you are doing.
See, actually, I joined right now, and after watching this, the post of Mr. Shisha, so like I joined the meeting, and I'm the owner of NVPS Global, so we are into 3PL company. So like I'm looking forward to some ventures or some anything that would be possibly beneficial for us and our company.
So a little bit of
And
about
and
your
and yes,
introduction.
and yes, in
Mhm.
and yes, yeah, in this COVID situation, like we are facing a lot of problem, lot of trouble, like the deliveries are delaying and everything, like, and there is short of manpower. Yeah, this is the major problem that we are facing.
Mhm. Can we have an introduction about you and your company?
Yeah, like I'm Pranshul, and like I'm the owner of company name NVPS Global, and we are a 3PL company. 3PL means like we are into warehousing, transportation, and yeah, and commercial insurance as well.
And you're based out of
Delhi.
Delhi. Okay. And is there something you're looking from the community or from the SN startup leads?
Yes, actually, I have also registered for one of your that you will register as an NGO, that is AgriPed. So I'm looking forward for it and also registered in it. So I have a lot of queries
Sure.
regarding that. So maybe if it is a suitable platform, so I can have the discussion or afterwards. I don't know.
I'll ask Ria to connect with you regarding the AgriPed because she's handling the AgriPed project.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. Is there anything you want to share with the community? Any tip or any advice you want to give, or any hobby or
Not
any
right now.
interest you have? Okay. Any collaborations you are
Uh,
looking for?
Sorry, any?
If
Pardon, please.
any collaborations you are looking for, collaboration you are
Yeah,
looking for?
collaborations I'm looking for, like I want my company to be like I want to grow this company, so like it is also a startup. So recently we have started in 1 month before, so we are looking for some collaborations, we are looking for some growth strategies. So like we are very on the very initial phase of this company, so like uh, we are searching for it right now.
Good. Great to have you, and we'll surely try to help you as much as we can. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Next, we have Mr. Sudagar J. Okay, we'll move to Mr. Tilesh Kurmi. Mr. Vikas Pandey. Mr. Nishant Tripakar. We just need a little bit of introduction about you and your company. It would be great if you can connect with the community. NM Patel. Am I audible?
Yeah, ma'am, you're audible.
Yeah, Shruti, you are
Okay.
audible.
So, Anuradha, Prashant, like anyone who is left or except Mr. Satya Reddy, who want to introduce themselves or their community, please let me know and please introduce yourself. It will be really helpful for you for the networking of your for networking and for branding of your company. If you can just switch on your microphone. If you're not able to switch on your video, it's okay. We'll try to do that as well, but it would be great if you can introduce with the community. Okay, shall we start with Mr. Satya Reddy? Sir, your introduction, and then we'll continue with the knowledge session that you are going to give.
Okay. Hello.
Yeah.
Hi. Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Satya Reddy. I'm the founder and CEO of Recruiters Factory. Recruiters Factory is basically a recruitment firm. When we talk about USPs, I know you want me to introduce myself and then my company and then my USP, what can I contribute, and what do I expect from the community. So I have all this listed. So I'll start with my introduction. This is my 16th year in the nights in India. So if my energy levels go down, please excuse me. I've been running since yesterday 4 p.m. IST. I'm still awake. So excuse the energy levels. And about me, this is my 16th year, as I said, and I've been a recruiter, sourcer, recruitment planner, recruitment strategy, or to be precise, all things about recruiting. So I usually say this to my community, anybody that I meet, my employees or somebody that I look up to. When I meet them, I say, cut my hand and I bleed recruiting. So that's what I do about recruiting and people. It has all started when I finished my +2, and then I wanted to be a pilot. And then I realized that's not something that I could reach out to. And then I said, no, I want to be number one, like everybody else here. My company needs to be number one. So then I joined nautics, BTech in nautical science, aerospace and marine engineering. So I had started that. I was on the verge of completing it, but unfortunately I couldn't at that time. Later, I somehow coped up with that. And then I did my BBA in computer applications from some university down in South. That's about my education. And I have been around India through my stints. I worked for 10 years. When I started in 2003, I wanted to set up my US or India recruitment firm. Within 2 years, I went up to my guru and said, Anna, let's start this. He said, dude, just wait, do everything that you can, learn about it, and get a grip on what you're doing and what you want to set up. So that time I planned that I would set up my company. This was in 2005. And then I said, okay, I'll wait for 10 years, as they say, and I'll try to do everything. I'll dirty my hands in every possible thing in recruiting. That's how I got into more planning on what do I want to do and how do I want to set up my company. And that's a plan for 2015 August. This discussion happened on 14th of August in 2005. So that was a 10 years planning. Fast forward, I'm from Hyderabad, by the way. And then I moved to Mumbai, moved to Bangalore, and came back to Hyderabad. I worked for a lot of companies in the US, UK, Europe, Australia, Singapore, Malaysia, you name it, I did it. And fast forward 2015, August 14th, I quit my job as per the plan, 10 years plan. And from 15th of August, I was independent, rather got the freedom to be an entrepreneur. And I started Recruiters Factory. So Recruiters Factory is about 5 years old now. And we are kind of unique, if you want me to put it that way, by theory, that when I wanted to set up, it was decision-making time as to what should my company do. There were 30,000 odd companies in India, based out of India, who were into US, UK, and international recruiting. So then I thought, shall I be 30,000 one company or one for 30,000? The second one sounded really, really good for me. So Recruiters Factory was arguably the first and very first company in India or in the world to recruit recruiters for recruiting agencies. So we wanted to cut that finest quality from down to up, bottom to up approach, bottom to top approach, while filtering out the recruiters and the recruitment industry, HR industry professionals by recruiting from the top level. We wanted to infuse good blood into the recruiting industry so that one day we can achieve one thing in LinkedIn posts like Shishir does or somebody does, that, yeah, I spoke to some good recruiter today. So that was the reason behind having Recruiters Factory, and we're still fighting for it. And if you ask what my mission is, we are fighting against the ignorance of HR and recruiters in this human world. We are actually the one who would keep the human resources together, but we are always ignored, abused, and do a lot of things. Not sounding really patriotic, but then that's the fact. You got to agree. And there are people like me, about 20, 30 people in India like me who are fighting against it. And we formed a community and good stuff, a lot of exciting good stuff. parallelly, I was involved in startups. I am a startup coach myself. I'm a startup speaker. I coach people on HR, recruitment, business models, and everything related to startups. I've been doing this since 2010. So this is again 10 years. And I'm quoted as one of the top 25 recruiting HR influencers in India. I have about 15 certifications in recruitment HR. I was the judge, one of not only the Indian, but Asian in the world's greatest recruiter sourcer contest that happens every year. And this is based out of SourceCon US. So we take part as judges, recruiting panels. We host live events with a 10,000 member capacity, satellite events, sourcing contests, recruiting contests, HR, employer branding, employee branding, positioning the companies right, problems in hiring right people, obstacles in firing the bad people who are really good for the community and who have been with us for so long time. These are all critical decision making points, and we derive with the data. So we get a lot of data. And by when I talk about entrepreneurship and only myself, I have other ventures as well. I run a finance company down in South again, from the place that I come from in Guntur, Andhra Pradesh. So that runs well. We have a customer base of about 500 to 600 people now. And that again goes to weeklies and dailies, and the metrics are good. We work with the raw public, daily labor, and all of that. That is going good. In addition to that, I have financiers who invest in companies, and I take care of that. And Datyaki is our group. Datyaki is a group company, so we take care of consulting and business consulting very seriously there. We do a lot of stuff. It is all about startup, and we want to do something. And good. We don't want to change anything, but bring positive impact in everything that we do. We don't have any USP. If you ask me, force me to say what is your USP, retaining the authenticity of anything and everything that we do is our USP. We want to stick to the basics, fundamentals, and roots of it. No USPs. When everybody is chasing the USP, we want to make sure we go handshake and say, bro, chill, stick to basics. That's what we do. And what can I contribute to the community? After hearing my introduction, and go type Satya Reddy Space Recruitment in Google, close your eyes, click on the very first link, that must be me. Read my profile, and if you think I can help you in anything, don't give it a second thought. Call me. And what I want from the community, give me a smile when I look at you, when you speak, respect the other participants. Don't judge or evaluate their business model with the glimpse of 5 minutes introduction that they're giving. They're good at implementing businesses and they want to try something. So you cannot get someone with 5 minutes of introduction. They have their own good story. If you have empathy, listen to them, understand, help them. If they're doing something that is so regular and you think they can be better, offer your advice. If they're not taking, tell it to someone who can actually influence them, but make sure that the point reaches them and they may be benefited. We're living in a very small world, and I think we just got to have empathy. So that is pretty much about me. And in my free time, what do I do? In the weekends, I try cooking, which I've been for 10 years, and I don't do anything good except black coffee. But that is really good at me. And other than that, when I have Friday fun activities with the teams, I dance continuous 2 hours nonstop. You call it a skill, you call it a hobby, up to you. I love
And how's your journey with StartupLanes? Because you are also
StartupLanes,
part of an incubated company.
Sure. StartupLanes, Shishir, I'm a recruiter, so obviously I'm in LinkedIn. I live in LinkedIn. I've been in the beta testing of the LinkedIn in 2008, back in 2008, and I've been there since then. And I see Shishir's posts, and there were 1 or 2 posts that he said, bye-bye India, and at the end he wrote, he wanted to see who reads it. And you won't believe, half of the crowd still believes that he has got his green card and he's moving. It is just that COVID flights are not there and he is in India. So I saw Shishir's posts. They were a little interesting, and he always puts those open, he extends support and he motivates people. He praises people. That's very beautiful thing about Shishir. And he keeps updating life. So that caught my attention, and then saw what StartupLanes is. And I am also a startup guy myself. So I thought it would be really good to connect with him. And then I came to know about Shruti, Akansh, and you guys. I tried being a part of the community, and immediately I was pumped with a project in incubation that is happening. That is called Reva. And let me tell you, that is going to revolutionize the way employment happens in India. And it is huge, massive. And I think I would hold on here about Reva because we want a sexy introduction for Reva, and we need 3 months for it. So StartupLanes has been good for me. 1.5 months. We have been live. We have been having discussions. Good things are happening. I meet good people. I think that's all. That's very good. You meet good people. What else do you want? Aspiring people, inspiring people. Whenever you are down, you still take the call. They say, bro, humko kuch karna hai, karke dikhayenge. Ye to shor machayega. And then your spirit is up. So the journey is really up. It is good, and I'm really, really hopeful of it.
Okay.
Anything
Thank
else
you.
that I missed?
Yeah, shall we do a knowledge session on any specific topic you want to?
See, sure. I was supposed to join at 11:45, but then I thought it is not a good idea to join late. Than having without having any information about the participants, you cannot actually speak. So rather than the knowledge session, I would say we'll have a good discussion on what my opinion is about the experience that they had and the points that they had boiled on. So I saw the Buddha guy, the account Buddha, the one who had the poster. So yeah, so he said he has put together a platform that brings CAs and accountants together. And then the communication lady, she said she's 1 year old as an entrepreneur, and she just passed and she just stepped into the entrepreneurship world, and she wanted some suggestions. And then there is another guy who is the marketing champ. That pitch was really nice. Somebody offered marketing. Yeah. So and there were a couple of other guys, the 3PL guy, logistics guy, who said he's willing to collaborate. He's looking forward for collaborations, and I think it was very spontaneous call for him. That's why he couldn't explain what collaboration did he want more. But I would love to hear it from him in the next call or so. So considering all of this, I think having the right set of people is the key to run any business, is what everybody says. And let me tell you, you can never find the right person ever for any project. Nobody is right. If everything is right, if everything is going right, 16 years of experience, mark it, write it down. If everything is going right, something is really, really going wrong. So if everything is going right, either they are nodding their head to you for everything, or if everything is going right and your clients are happy and everything is happy, you stopped innovating, you stopped challenging yourself. So there is something really, really wrong. So having the right people is a wrong mindset. You take in people with the hope that they will generate some money for your business. You'll be able to collaborate and they'll scale up your business. But there is one important question that I ask my people, and I suggest everybody asks their people. Shruti, when I going out of my allocated time, stop me. I don't mind. All right. So when I hire everyone, I ask them, do tell me what is your goal? What is your objective? And I'll tell you what my company's goal is and what my company's objective is. So this guy tells me, let's say I'm interviewing him for accounting Buddha. And that's a sales manager position. Or the communications lady, she wants to transform the way communication is done, branding is done. There are loads of companies who are doing it. And now people go and ask, when she goes and asks, what is your USP? And she fumbles answering in the first attempt or third attempt. And then she goes back to her room and says, no, man, we need somebody who can really crack these conversations up. And she starts interviewing, or accounting Buddha, or somebody else, or the 3PL guy, logistics guy. When you interview people, you got to really interview people. Take that pause, interview people, view what their roadmap is. Ask them, what do they want to become? And then analyzing what Shruti can contribute to my community as an engagement specialist. I need to ask what Shruti wants to do, and can Recruiters Factory really help Shruti in reaching her own goals? If you can boil this down and she says yes, and you say yes, you don't need to ask her for what she does, how she does, what her plans are, because it is going to help her. If she works with Recruiters Factory, it is going to help her reach her goals. So self-responsibility comes. The only problem that we face in today's world is we go to the meeting rooms and say, यार ये लोग क्यों समझते नहीं है, इतना important requirement है, इतना important client है, इतना budget है, आगे बोलता है 5 लाख का बजट दिया और बोलता है कि एकदम जकास कैंडिडेट मिला, like finest of the guy, and it is just that he's asking 7 lakhs. I said, dude, listen, the right candidate is right skill, location, budget, right time. You miss any of this, you are gone. He's not right. He's not suitable. He's great. 7 lakhs? No, he doesn't fit. Your budget is 5 lakhs. I employed you to get that 5 years guy, 5 lakhs guy. So if you're missing on that point, I think you cannot get that. So when we go check with the team or we want to hire someone, please make sure you hire someone, they come, they join, and they'll be able to reach their goals faster. If you're not finding people like that, hold on, wait for it. Don't rush. If you make one commercial hire, that will cost you 2 commercial points. It will. The time that they're going to spend, one day they're going to leave because they're just commercial. You behaved commercial and they're going to leave. And if you had the right guy in the second month instead of hiring this guy in the previous month, he would have done better job, or at least you would save your mental peace. Please hold on. Take your time in hiring people. Don't hire them and don't just fire them, or at least rather not have this attitude of agar jamega nahi na udayenge. No, you cannot do that. You cannot do that, because your individual thought cannot influence your organizational thought. Your organization is an employer brand of choice. That's what you want your employer to do. Ask Recruiters Factory. In 11 months of time, we were the first ever company in recruiting industry to be recognized as Glassdoor's Great Place to Work. And you know where were we working that time? We were working from home. We didn't even take the office, and we were recognized by Glassdoor that you are a great place to work. Only reason, we chose people who wanted to be with us, who thought working with Satyabai will help them make their careers. They told me after 3 years, they wanted to set up their own business back in their native place, and they left. They left, and we helped them leave. We feel really, really good. And after they left, 3 months, 6 months, they referred good people who came and added double the revenues, triple the revenues. So if you ask me about what knowledge point are you speaking about, Shruti, today, that don't bark about human resource. Behave human. When you hire, behave human. And resources, don't call them resources. Resource could be anything. They're not just resources. When you put in employees, I think the first 30% of valuation on the employees, including the co-founders. I evaluate myself every 3 months. I run a multi-million-dollar company. I evaluate myself and I ask my team in our quarterly meetings, do you think any one of you can replace me? Can you find a better CEO than me? And if they say yes, I give them a white page with my sign, say hiring. If you can run so liberal organization and put in your values, morals, and ethics and stick a note and say nobody bypasses this for the benefit of the company, including the CEO. Nobody has any wild cards. I think that's when you will run a very robust company. Forget about innovation. What can you innovate in hiring people? I don't understand. HRMS systems, do you think they help you? Gathering the data, maintaining the data. People did it when there were no computers. We had computers, so we're doing it in computers. There are artificial intelligence, machine intelligence, robotics. For God's sake, please, please, please don't mess them up with human resources. They are there to empower people, empower HR people, empower recruiters, but not to replace them. Anything that you can bring into the company, please bring in, including the employees, to empower and enable those teams to reach StartupLanes, for example, or Accounting Buddha, or the other company, to reach their goals faster. Only one question you say, 6 months, 6 crores business. And if somebody joins, say, can you do it in 5 months? If yes, you are a hire. Can you do it in 4 months? Prove it. Convince everyone. We ask this question, Shruti. The guy is good. And say, convince me to reject you. This is one must to ask question in Recruiters Factory. Convince me to reject you. No matter what they say, we love you. We want to hire you. They need to convince us to reject them. And they need to convince us that this job, this stint is going to help. So please, when you interview people, deep dive in, ask about their family. What financial commitments do they have? And ask them, if you have to leave your company, StartupLanes, Recruiters Factory, or the Buddha, what do you think are the 3 possible reasons that you could leave? This powerful question is not asked by a lot of people. We interview anyone or we discuss with anyone to evaluate whether they fit in our role or not. For God's sake, if you really want to change the way things happen, interview them, ask them whether you fit in their plan. If the answer was yes, convincible, by logic, by data, chill, relax, they'll do it for you. So I didn't want to talk about recruiting industry, so many $1 trillion industry, 40 million jobs lost. This is all sad news. And recruiters are getting so great jobs. We are making placements. We're interviewing people. Market is not bad. Let me tell you this, market is not bad. Everybody is being interviewed. It is just that people do not know how to be interviewed. There was one guy who was talking about students, colleges, the second introduction, Puneet. So he was also asking if you know anything, if there is anything missing in the students, let me know. I'll take that feedback to the students and make them ready and get it to you.
He was Amit, actually.
Amit? Not the first one. So somebody, he had 2 laptops, one webcam was not working. That guy?
Yeah, Puneet this side, yes.
Puneet, you go to the colleges, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Puneet, hi brother.
Hi.
If you really want to go back to the students and tell them this is what the enterprises are expecting, take this word as, people call me recruitment evangelist in the market. So take this as my feedback to them and say, be bold, tell Puneet what you want to be. And ask Puneet, demand Puneet, bhai, tu help kar sakta hai ya nahi? Don't offer me what you have. Tell me, can you give me what I want? Is the question that I want you to teach them to ask you.
Okay, great.
So get their objectives and don't let the organization spoil them, because you are a bridge between them and the enterprises and their future. So don't let these corporates influence them with Java training 3 months, Infosys campus, sexy food, awesome culture, and 3.6 lakhs package. Don't let them influence them. It's okay. Ask them what do they want to become and possibly get them the jobs that they would want. Take off those fancy numbers. Give them the courage that they would need to go back to their mom and dad and tell them, Papa, मैं ये करना चाहता हूँ, बस मुझे यही करने दो. I don't want to spend all my career again after 5 years realizing that, oh shit, I want to do something else. I would have wasted 5 years and nobody will take me, and I need to answer for the 5 years for one more year. And I would end up joining a fresher in that industry of my choice after 5 years. So please teach them the courage to stand for themselves. You are in very influential position, rather your company is in very influential position. You would show the right bus number, train number, and flight number to the guys. Please show them. We'll pick them in the arrivals.
Sure.
But you ship them right. You help them get into the right flight. We'll go catch those flights in the arrivals.
That's
Does
interesting.
that make sense?
That's a nice perspective, Satya.
Thank you. So, Shruti, I think I'm up with the time.
Yeah, do we have any questions for Mr. Satya?
Oh yes,
we can
please
make
shoot me.
Yeah, if you have any question or if you want to ask anything, or if you want to add some more point to it, you can.
You are free to disagree if you want.
Yes.
So I think, Shruti, I would probably want to add here, because what my topic of talk was very much in the recruitment side, but I think Satya has covered from candidate side of the story. But since I have been part of my startup for 6 years now, and so I can probably add a little bit about how we are seeing a change right now, especially in the last
It's great.
5-6
We can
months.
have one person is from candidate side, another person is from the recruiter side. Now, yeah, we can have a good debate over it. Yeah, please.
Yeah,
I love debates.
Yeah.
So I think, Satya, you have covered some really very good points, especially when you talk about how employers should look at these employees as a human resource and not like a resource. So I think that is more important for us as a startup, because for startups, it's very important that what kind of people are joining them and how we are helping them be part of our team, and they feel like they are part of us. They don't feel like they have just joined a big organization and they don't know where they have come, what they have to do, how the management is handling them. So I think in a startup, it's very important, because we cannot afford to lose even one employee just because they are not happy with my team, right? Because we cannot afford it, and Infosys can do it. Even if 100 people quit their job, they are fine with it. So I think it's very important for startups like all of us that we value when we hire people. And in the current scenario, I think, as Satya was saying, that market is not bad. Probably to some extent he is right, but still I think it's a fact that the number of people in the market right now who are looking for job has surely increased. And if you add the fresher into that pool, who are really struggling, because I think I have come to know about a lot of big organizations who have offered in the campus, but they are not at all able to commit those offers actually. So they are not in a way committing a date of joining because of various reasons, and they're not even transparent in that. So in that respect, I think, yes, there is a bit of a difficulty, especially for fresh grads and maybe even those who have lost job. So I think from employer side, we need to be really empathetic when we interview candidates, And one more thing is very important right now, because all our interviews have gone into remote mode. I mean, maximum we do either a voice call, or in best case it is a video call, right? So we don't get that opportunity to sit in front of each other and probably understand the other party in a better way, because of course when we see each other, when we talk in front, then we do a lot of communication through our body language, and that also talks about how a person could be. So I think in the online mode, yes, bit of our evaluation process has surely changed, because we need to be really sure about what kind of attitude, and especially attitude towards work, the candidate has. And that is very important and needs to be really evaluated over maybe over a call, or maybe couple of calls. Because but yeah, if we really find somebody who is need of the job versus somebody who is just trying to change a job from, let's say they have a job and they are trying to change. So I think even as a company, we are more open to considering those candidates who are probably out of job or are fresh grads, but they have the required skills, which is good enough for me, even though I may have to spend little time to train them on few other things. So I think that way we are looking at our employment, recruitment and hiring like that, because we believe if we are in a position to help those candidates who are really in need, and they could become a real good asset for me in a long term. And I think they will be much more loyal and passionate about working in a startup, even though maybe they are compromising a little bit on the salary, because I cannot really assure that I might be paying them as good as any other MNCs kind of industry, right? So that's where I think our evaluation process needs to adopt to that. And from candidate side also, they need to be sure how they have to basically present themselves when they are coming for video interviews. And because right now what's happening is their communication skill has become a very important factor. Earlier it was a lot of times compromised, but I think now it has really taken the top priority, and the presentation skill in most cases, right? Because a lot of our all our meetings are through call, and we have to ensure that both the parties are really on the same page, and they are really able to communicate and show that yes, there is a progress, because it's not going to be possible to track them or follow them throughout the day. We probably have one or two meetings in the day just to understand how things are going on. So I think that way, yes, from employer side, uh, I think as Satya said, we need to really look at such candidates who we believe could be an asset for us, even though it requires a little bit of compromise from our side. That's what I wanted to add. Maybe Satya can comment a little bit more on that.
Sure, sure. So the first, can I?
Yeah, please.
All right. So you said startups, not any contradiction, but just my opinion, a little different perspective though. What I see, or the kind of mistake that I did was when we offer a job to anybody in a startup, that fancy thing, startup working in this trend and all of that, keeping all of that nonsense aside, we expect people to work little more responsible, right. Meaning 9 to 5 job, but working in a startup is like, you got to be flexible. You're going to get ESOPs and freedom and all of that. But I have a different perspective about it when I look at my own employees. I personally believe that if I really want to be like Ratan Tata, exaggerating it by 100 folds though. So I think I need to behave Ratan Tata today.
Right.
Otherwise I cannot be Ratan Tata. So this employee, if he is asked to work for 12 hours a day, I think that's basically wrong, ethically wrong. If he's working for 10 hours to complete the job, you have a wrong hire. He's supposed to do it between 9 to 5 and log out. If somebody who cannot respect his personal life will never ever in his life respect his organization's life, employment life, he will never. So we need people, and we need to treat, for us startups or anybody for that matter of fact, I think we need to have employees strictly log out in the specified time. No extra hours, nothing. If you really want him to be the best employee, first learn how to behave a best employer. You cannot ask him for more hours. You cannot pay him less. Amit, I also negotiate due to lockdown, all remote. Can you come down by 5,000-7,000 because you don't need to pay that rent? I also do that. So these are all business compulsions which we need to overcome. And we have some background story and example for everything that we do, because we are money guys and we need to pay. If employees are having strategic meeting and they say, or by kya thanda mausam, and then ready you are spending 500 rupees and 600 rupees for that 1 minute because of the 5 heads. So we are worried and we will overcome that. And that is something that we need to introspect for ourselves. But as an organization, I think when you look at those new hires, as you said, first behaving a great employer and trying ruthlessly to be the choice of employer of choice is very, very important thing. And sir, one important thing that you said, freshers, there are a lot of freshers coming in. And I think Puneet is also listening to this, that बस एक बात है, छोटी सी बात है, एक फ्रेशर है जो अच्छा बंदा है, मतलब very nice guy, poor background, who builds the houses, this bricks, that guy's son, and understands the value, roti, onion, mirchi guy. He understands we want to hire him, but he doesn't get to meet us. We don't get them. You know why? They are not taught how to search for a job. I think we as employers can just go to the company just to give that session. There are all they know is applying for a job. The lockdown guys that you were saying, we want to hire those in need. These guys apply, post their resume in Naukri Monster, Career Builder, Dice for US and here. They just post it and wait for the calls. So this is called post and pray. कि भगवान तो कॉल करेगा एक दिन, नंबर तो आएगा जरूर मेरा. But they click on apply. When you tell them, they say they go click on apply, 20 pages, apply. And sir, एक recruiter की inbox में ना 250 से 500 applications आते हैं. भगवान जाने ये recruiter किसको call करेगा. And when you go scold that recruiter of yours, he'll go open the applications and he'll call first 10. That's all, nothing else. So I think from the fresher standpoint, Puneet, this is for you. From the college grads and fresher standpoint, teach them to follow up. Call the employer and say, hey, I have sent my resume. Can you look at it? Okay, we'll get back to you. Say, I have time. I've been trying to reach you for so many days. May I be on hold while you check my resume? Compel them to open your resume and have them review your resume with you. If they ask you, I'll get back to you. Sir, can I have an expected time? Madam, can I have an expected time? May I call you at, you said you call me tomorrow in the evening. So if I don't receive call by 5 o'clock, can I call you at the same number and send you an email at this email address by 6 p.m.?
Yes.
This should be done by job seekers.
Right. And of course, it should be appreciated by the employer, no doubt about it.
Of course, yes. अगर किसी ने recruiter ने कुछ उल्टा सीधा बात किया, I think that leads to no questions asked termination. No matter if he is a top performer, he goes out. Very simple.
So I think Satya, whatever you are just saying is good. When any recruiter is going to be the part of your organization, that means your punchline was you're recruiting the recruiter for the recruiting firms. Okay.
Correct.
So if you will train the recruiters, I think you will train the recruiters in that particular way. But that's not the actual recruiters are working in the industry. So like you are saying, I know the freshers, I know like how they follow up. So so it's a both side of a story. So if the candidates are going to follow up the way you are suggesting, they are not consider like okay, from the soft skill point of view, like okay, they are good because I know the candidates. So if you will allow them to follow up, they will follow up like anything. Means I'm telling you, like okay, if you will just give them the number, your number, and if you will say just call me 5 o'clock, they will give you a call at a 5 o'clock daily. They will call you at a 5 o'clock. So think from the different point of view, like okay, if you have a 250 resume, and let us suppose all those 250 resumes are the 250 candidates are from my organization, and if I teach them like okay, just follow up with the Satya, can you receive 250 calls per day? You cannot
Why?
receive 250.
How can you decide on my behalf?
So
That's
I'm
my
telling,
problem.
I'm just
That's
telling
my
you.
problem.
So
I
what?
put 25 recruiters to receive 10 calls each.
That's
That's my
your,
problem.
yeah. So Satya can do it, but not every recruiter can do that particular part. That's what I'm saying.
Assumption. Then let those recruiters go out of their jobs. Let us call, let us spam them.
So
You
who?
do it to me.
No. So what I'm saying, let us suppose the Infosys is hiring 10 recruiters, okay, and if the candidates are going to call those 10 recruiters, who's going to fire all those 10 recruiters? Do you think
That's
the
none of our business to think about. It is our job to do what is in our hands.
so apart
और
from that,
पहली बात ये
I
है
will
कि
suggest,
इन्फोसिस को
you.
कॉल मत करो भाई.
No,
इन्फोसिस क्या करती है? They are into consulting business. They take projects and all these freshers that they're resending offer letters that Amit was saying, they are all for the bench. They are for the next 2 years of backup.
so Satya, the organization whom I am dealing, like my candidates are going, they are like Intel, Qualcomm, Broadcom, and
Great.
like those organization. In those organization, the HR, the contact I have, or they just have these job openings. I I worked with them also. I don't think they have a time just to follow up with each and every candidate on a weekly basis also. So if there is a, and the market I'm just talking about, the electronics engineers I'm just talking about, it's just like you just make a post on the LinkedIn, and you just say like okay, I have a single position, you just apply. So the number which you have shared, 250, I think that's a very less number.
I
The
know.
it's going to be like in 1,000 resume you will receive within a span of a 1 hour. And now
Okay.
after that you have to close that particular opening, and even after that, the 20 days after also you will get the similar kind of numbers. So if I will guide my candidates, my students, or the job seekers, like okay, just call the recruiters, so it's not going to work. That's I'm 100% sure. Like it's not going to work with those organizations. They will just blacklist those candidates, like okay, this candidate is very just calling again and again, again and again. So there is another process which I'm following right now. I'm just coming to that particular point. So what I would say, in place, so your point is right. In place of that, what I'm doing, I'm just referring those candidates. So I'm just right now, if I'm in place of you, in place of Amit, if I'm just in a middleman, if I will say, so what I will tell the candidates, okay, just come to me, we will screen the resume, we will forward or we will recommend your resume, you follow up with me, and if I will follow up with the person whom I have forward, is going to be a very easy job. Like if I will forward you 25 resume, it's very easy for me to follow up with you in a single call. Satya, I forwarded 25 resume. What is the status of that particular part? It's very easy for you to answer me on the behalf of those 25 resume, in place of calling the answer the 25 candidates. And definitely the process which you are telling, that's the ideal process, I would say, in the Indian market, is going to be the ideal process. It's not going to happen. No recruiter, no recruiter is going to call, answer the 250 calls on a weekly basis just to tell like okay, just give me some time, let me just check your resume. So I completely disagree. I know, like okay, this is a
No,
platform.
I respect. Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
just
I
telling you
respect.
that, but because
Everybody has everybody has their
I'm
own opinions.
facing this challenge on a daily basis, and I know the both side of the story. I know the challenges which recruiter is facing. I know the challenges which the job seekers are facing, and that's the reason I think the industry people, like I have a very good connect in the industry. The Amit is there, and even the you also, or anyone who is from the industry. What they should do, they should should have a concept of the referring. I think the moment if I will refer someone is going to be sorry. So if I will refer someone is going to solve everyone problem, because that's the something is like solve the organization problem also. That's the something the it's going to solve your problem also. That's the something going to solve the college graduates also. And yeah, so that's my opinion in terms of like in that particular way, like okay, how the job seeker supposed to do that particular part. And for that, LinkedIn is a good thing. Like I usually recommend my students, like okay, go and create a good account in your LinkedIn. Your resume should be very good. Forward your resume, make a connection in the LinkedIn. Ask your connection just to refer you. That solve a lot of other issues also, Satya. Like okay, it's like from the recruiter point of view, from the manager point of view, it's like if someone is going to recommend, at least it solve a lot of problem, like Amit was talking about. Like okay, whether the candidate is the genuine candidate, whether is going to stay for the long term or not. So I think the referral mechanism supposed to be there in the whole recruitment and the HR process. If that referral mechanism, big organization, they have this referral concept, but as a startup, I would say, so hardly you will find a startup which is based on this referral concept. So yes, I'm not talking about the training institute, like okay, they are training and they are just pushing the candidates to the next level. I'm just talking about a startup which has only a concept of the referral. Like okay, we have a expert panel, and in those expert panel we are going to refer you, and we will refer in the different organization. We have this much of big network. I think like we have a startup lane where we are just talking about the funding and the startup, all those things. Similarly, we should have that type of some ecosystem where there is a panel of experts and they are saying okay, we are going to refer you in a big organization. I think that's going to solve the everyone problem.
Why would
Sorry.
they do, why would they do that? Why would they just refer?
That's what I'm saying. That's the business model I'm just talking about. The
That's a
consultancy,
staffing agency, right?
no, staffing. That's what I'm saying. The staffing agency or the consultancy firm, they are doing this particular part, but they are doing this thing in a very different way. What exactly they are doing? They are not referring candidate. They are just passing the resume. That's all. They are not doing anything else. If
What do
I'm
you mean by referring versus passing, forwarding the candidate?
So referring in the sense, I know a particular candidate, I know their skill set, I evaluate that particular one on the basis of your requirement, and the first screening I have done, and now I'm referring the 25 candidates to your organization, and I'm going to take the feedback from you, and I will just pass it to the candidates. And
Okay, I'm the company. Do I need to pay something to you?
that depends on the business model of the startup, what exactly they are doing. If someone is doing the social charity, like there are a lot of NGOs are there, then obviously you're not supposed to pay me anything. I'm just helping you and I'm helping the student also. If I have a business model where I want to earn something, then we can work on
That's
that
what
particular part
startup.
also.
That's what staffing agencies and the recruitment agencies
I
do.
think no.
Taking the
so
money. And
so
if it is about NGO, let us put 10 lakhs each and let's start the NGO.
So I'm doing that particular part. Anyways, like so I have the two verticals. One is a training verticals, another is a the similar type of vertical. I'm that particular vertical. I'm doing everything free of cost. I'm not. I'm doing this thing from the last 10 years. Like I said, branding. The branding which I was just talking about. I started this thing with the same concept. So I do the career counseling free of cost, and then I'm referring those candidates to the my network free of cost. When I'm just talking about like you were just talking about the boosting the candidate for the next level and just telling them like okay, this is all those things. So till what level I'm just doing, I'm just talking to their parents, I'm just helping and just making them understandable, like okay, your son or your daughter, she want to do something. So do just if you don't know like what is this particular field, because the field which I'm just talking about is the VLSI field. very few people know about this particular field. So at least from the, I would say, the parent generation, they don't know this particular part. So if I will say HP, so they will not be able to understand like, okay, HP, there is a company, the HP, the laptop making HP company. They will say it's a petrol pump HP company. So that's the difference I'm just talking about. So I usually talk to their parents, just tell them like, okay, this is my profile, and I'm telling you like your student, your kid is capable and is deserving candidate. Just give us few months and we will help him also, we will help her also, just to make his or her career also. So I think people has to do that particular part. So everywhere we cannot link the money portion directly with this thing. So if we want to solve as a HR community, I can see like, okay, the forum itself is related to the HR, human resource. If everything we are going to link directly with the money, I don't think that's going to help anyone. So it's the ecosystem I'm just talking about. When we are talking about the add a money there and then we will do this. See, when you're talking about adding the money, like investing in money in a particular startup projects, now the question come, are you going to hire Amit? Like, okay, what you have to do, you have to just screen the people and you have to just refer in your network. No, so that's not going to work, because the thing which I'm just talking about, it is all about the passion. If I have a passion, Amit has a passion, you has a passion, Shruti has a passion, Shishir has a passion, then we will do it free of cost. We have a other I will say the revenue generation stream, and if we will just work for 1 hour for this particular cause, I think the branding is going to be there, and it's like we are just creating an ecosystem also there. So that's what I'm saying, like, okay, it depends, like, okay, how the startup or whatever be the our thought, what exactly we want to do. Either we want to make a money from this particular idea, or we want to just do it like the Tata you were talking about, the Ratan Tata you were talking about. So I know, like, okay, he has a lot of revenue generation stream, and he also doing a lot of thing as a charity thing. So if you are talking about like you want to be a Ratan Tata after 10 years, then why can't just do this charity thing from the today itself and just make a revenue stream that different way. So that's my intake. If we want to make a ecosystem, at least in the India, I don't know, means the outside the India, but yeah, as you have the experience, or maybe the Shishir or the other people have the experience, but at least Indian market electronics engineers, if we will talk about, I can definitely say like, okay, your approach, lot of people are trying, and it's not working for them. And when you're talking about the recruiters, yes, good recruiters, you're right. But if in our industry, if you will talk about, if there are 100 recruiters, you can find such people like in a maybe 50% or 60%. What about the rest of the people? And maybe I'm just talking about on a higher side. Yeah, that's all from my side. Sorry. So it was a
No
Amit
problem.
session
That's
and a
okay.
Satya session, but I just jumped in because it looks to me like, okay, at least from the student point of view, which I should speak something, because they are facing this problem day in and a day out.
I think this referral thing that you're talking about, Puneet, I think we all do that in some capacity, right? Only thing is that probably that requires a formal kind of ecosystem where this can be really taken up on a serious note.
Yes.
So, but otherwise, I think everybody, all of us do it, right? I mean, I see a lot of posts from Shishir also at times that this is a candidate who could be a good potential hire and all that. But yeah, the ecosystem is missing. It's all ad hoc that's happening.
If it is at fingertips, Amit, if it is at fingertips, like 5, 10, 20, all of us can do it. But
right.
When you're talking about building a system costs money, and we cannot disagree on that.
Yeah.
If there are 100 people coming in, 1,000 people coming in, and we are an ecosystem of 10 or 20 people, we split 10 each. What if there are 10,000 people and you're talking about freshers, 30
Right.
lakhs, 50 lakhs freshers,
Right.
and we receive calls and then we need to refer them. To receive 30 lakh people, customer users, and we receive calls, PBX costs you 20,000, 30,000 rupees every month.
No, I
So,
think
Satya,
Office.
just to add here,
Hmm.
I know like, okay, what exactly you're talking about. It need investment, it need all those things. But I think uh, it's the same thing. Like, okay, you have to start from somewhere. So you cannot think about like,
All of us
okay,
are doing that.
yeah,
Punit, the
no.
reason
So
that I
the
was
what
quietly listening was I wanted to see the scope
scaling?
of this topic and see to what point are you going and then coming back, and just trying to understand where can I actually help, and to what extent am I thinking versus what Punit is thinking, and am I thinking is my thought downgraded or upgraded, or is there any way? No, as an individual, you map. When
Yeah.
somebody speaks and you listen to understand, and I was just trying to do that. So I was trying to understand to what extent are you talking about. So 100 people each, we can, startup lanes can put in saying, hey, there is 5,000 rupees Amazon rewards or Amazon credit that they have. They say, hey, we'll give you $1,000 more given you refer 100 fresh great candidates to any of our startups. Then people will do it. Or if even if they say there is a soft point that adds up to every startup, they'll do it. So I was just trying to think what benefit or add-on can we give to someone to motivate, and what are those motivating factors. And when you're talking about the mass, the crowd, the number that you are referring to is huge. That cannot be an NGO is what my initial thought for now is. But very gentle, humble, kind people like you can fuse in also some money out of the profits that we are making. I think all of us together can definitely do it. Why not?
Yes, we can do it. So my point is like we can start from
That's
somewhere.
problem A है ना पुनीत सर. देखिए, the marketing lady who spoke, if she's expecting, if there are 100 freshers sending in applications, and if I were in her shoe, I would not hire.
Yeah. So,
But if somebody is in Canva community commenting, trying those dumb fonts, dumb images, I would rather speak to him because he's going with the market, being a fresher,
yes.
trying to learn something. So I
Yes.
think freshers should be there, and then we're willing to recommend that, hey, this poor champ is struggling here, and then I'll offer him a hand. If somebody is sitting in Guntur, somebody is sitting in Ahmedabad and say, "Bhai, mujhe help karo, koi Bhagwan aayega," I don't care.
exactly.
Yeah, so for that particular part, like you touch the right thing. It is all about the awareness. I think the awareness is very important when it comes to. Means you're right. The first thing is awareness, and the second thing, what exactly you're talking about. What exactly I'm just talking about, the referring and all those things. So
Exactly.
there are a lot of associations. There are a lot of companies. Even we are also doing that. These type of awareness program. So what I will so that's going to be the first thing. We can tie up with those people, and they are going to just do all this awareness program. From there, at least we can just tell them like, okay, there is a startup, there is a ecosystem where we can refer you if you have these 5 things, 10 things, 20 things, or the 100 things. Then at least on the from the candidate point of view, I would say it's going to be uh, easy for uh, we guys, or it's like the ecosystem which I'm just talking about. So it's not like you cannot you can start just like this. Look, okay, we are just 5 people are sitting in a room and just say like, okay, from tomorrow onward we will just start referring the people. Like, okay, yeah, so we have to think, we have to come up, and we have to do the association, and we have to just come up with the project plan. So
Yeah. If I may suggest at least one takeaway or one initiative that we can take is count me in this plan. You go educate those students since you have direct access to them. I don't have access to those college grads, but since you
okay.
have the placement officers community and everybody interacting with you, you go teach the kids that if they're VLSI or somebody, let's say Qualcomm, just taking a vague example, no precise point on it. Qualcomm, ask your students, run a contest, run on online fight, figure out the problems in Qualcomm chipsets, anything, figure out a problem, we'll go with that problem to Qualcomm technical team, or we will recommend saying that there is a problem and this champ has figured it out, this group has figured them out. You want to have a technical discussion, Condition, they are offered intern if they pass the discussion.
Yeah, good idea. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
You get those guys, and let me promise you, there is a company called Mindlands that I am aware of, which is
Yeah,
based out of Bangalore.
I know.
That Qualcomm from California, they fly down in August, same time every year. They select the candidates here in November and December. August to December, this drive happens. And in January, they have the H1B applications ready who are interviewed by Qualcomm people in Bangalore and Chennai offices. They file those H1s and these guys are on project. Stamped 7 days, they're there. I know Qualcomm really well. And I promise I can get you connected with these hackers that we're talking about, white hat hackers that you can bring in.
Okay.
I promise to have them in the discussion table in Bangalore.
Sure, that will be great.
Yeah,
So
or
I will
any
connect.
company that you talk about, you figure out the problems and you propose a solution and bring those 5 guys. Forget about Qualcomm. We will form a better company. Shishir is with us and I will request Shishir or I will do it myself. We will form a company which goes as a competitor and maybe acquired by Qualcomm at later stages. And finally, these boys of you, their dream has come true. They are acquired by that startup and now they are Qualcomm employees.
Yes.
So
We'll do it.
on that note, Satya, you operate in semiconductor industry also?
सर हम तो कुछ भी करते हैं सर, हम रिक्रूटर हैं. Peon to president. Peon to president. Really, you won't believe in Birmingham, there was a housekeeping supervisor which we closed. September 8th, 2016, Elon Musk was sending a rocket and the rocket exploded on September 8th back in 2015, 15 or 16. And we placed CMM surface place inspectors, MIG welders, TIG welders, arc welders for the rocket. You know which rocket was that? 2 months ago, Elon Musk launched the rocket. My guys welded those sheets.
Okay.
And site merchandising for Walmart, we do it. Site merchandising for Walmart. For brother printers, we send the manufacturing specialists.
Okay.
For Pfizer, tablet packing people, we send them. So we do pretty much everything. But if you ask me what are we good at, life science, healthcare, pharmaceutical in US, we are arguably kings and nobody has bet us till now. Nobody. We do really great business in IT, technology, e-commerce, and this healthcare, life science, pharma. And startups, that's our home. We drill them down, candidates. अरे एक बंदे को place किया था, Android developer को. Somebody was talking about communication scale. And my client asked me, Hyderabad client asked me, Satya, this guy cannot even speak in English. He doesn't know English language. I said, भाई आपने पूछा था Android language है ये. तो तेलुगु में बात करने के लिए क्या तकलीफ है आपको? उसको एंड्रॉइड तो ठीक से आता है. And he was hired. And guess what we charged? His package was 4 lakhs and we sent an invoice for 1,20,000 rupees plus GST. 4 lakh का package था candidate का अपना 1,20,000 rupees and you know what percentage we work at. And he was really happy taking service from us. 5 years in a row, he's still a client.
Okay, that's good.
So staffing agency का ना 8.33 जुगाड़ वाला percentages. I say first you stand up. 8.33 percentage लेंगे ना सर, हमको 30-40 हजार आएगा एक प्लेसमेंट में. रिक्रूटर को क्या देना है? 10,000 देना है. कंपनी का 20,000 गया ओवरहेड कॉस्ट, रिक्रूटर को 10,000 और 10,000 रुपीज फॉर द नेक्स्ट हायर बफर रखेंगे. 10,000 में कौन सा रिक्रूटर आएगा आपको? जो तेलुगु में बात करेगा, जो नौकरी में ढूंढेगा, धनाधन 50 कॉल करेगा, जो हाँ बोले सबमिट करेगा. So first raise your standards and give quality service and have gain some respect for staffing agencies.
Right. Okay, so I think Shruti must be feeling that we may not end.
No, it was really interesting because other people have already also joined us. Mr. Amulya Nidhi, he has joined late. So we had a good discussion, sir, and we would like to have your introduction, a little bit about your business, your company, and your expectations. Everybody has like already introduced, but it would be great if we could know more about you and your expectations from the community, and if you can contribute to anything to the community.
Sure, sure, Shruti. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Hi, everyone. So I am Amulya. Basically, I had a venture called College Stop Ventures. So I started off back in 2018. So it was a institute enterprise solution suite, software suite. So we were into core IT. Educational institutes were our primary targets, and we used to handle the end-to-end campus placement management through a tool. Now, I sometime back I heard some fuzz about referrals, and just last week we launched a product called as Job Referee, which is trying to. So the entire vision and the focus is to bring in that ecosystem in place that everybody was talking about for referrals. So I think the website is live now, and we are in the MVP stage. So there are some bugs and fixes that we are currently doing and looking into. But yeah, the entire idea is that we should have that ecosystem and that technology in place that will facilitate the entire employer referrals and everything. So
What
it
is the
would
website
be
link anyway?
it's
What is
Job
the?
Referee, JOBREFERI.
Okay, no commercials, nothing. I mean, nobody needs to pay anything, neither the candidate
Nothing,
nor the employee,
nothing,
nor the
nothing,
employer.
nothing.
So it is
Nor the employer.
just a kind of reference. So how many people do you have now?
So, so what we actually did was, so I heard some fuzz about awareness as well. So what we did, we started off with a WhatsApp group and a Telegram group, and a Facebook group. So we identified jobs. So I basically had connections at multiple places. My friends working at different places. So I asked them कि भाई बताओ आपके इधर कौन कौन सा job open है अभी during this COVID times. And then we started posting it on WhatsApp, Telegram, and the Facebook group. So udhar post karke we gained some traction of around 1200 plus. I think it's 1300 plus strong community now. People who are actually posting jobs and people who are actually seeking jobs.
Job seekers कितने हैं?
More than 1,000 in the past, let's say 10-12 days में.
Okay, very good, very good. उसमें ना अगर कोई recruiters है ना, I can help you connect with my team. कोई recruiters है उसमें या Salesforce professionals है. I cannot promise jobs, but अगर recruiter है ना, next week from Monday to Friday night shift करते हैं team, तो you can schedule interviews. That's all I can promise.
Okay.
Anybody.
So it's basically, I'll tell you, the entire concept is that we as job referee do not source candidates or some candidates for you. What we do is we facilitate you with a technology jahan pe you can post a job, receive applications, and parallelly, so when you're posting a job, we are going to create that awareness in the market through social platforms which we have, and we are going to let's say designation is ABC for company XYZ. So we are, once you have posted that on our portal, we are going to actually publicize it through the social media channels that we have in various groups. So there are city specific groups, there are domain specific groups.
Understood. अच्छा, आपका सिस्टम में रिपोर्टिंग का, आपका इंटरनल रिपोर्टिंग का भी कुछ है क्या?
Internal reporting as in?
अभी let's say there are 1,000 job seekers. Do you know by any chance can we pull in the data about there are 23 Java people there are?
Yes, absolutely. So what we have tried to actually build is that, so let's say there is a recruiter who posts a job. Now against every job and against every candidate, using multiple AI engines, we actually calculate a compatibility score. So it is on the basis of location, the package, everything,
जो
and
भी
we
सर्च स्ट्रिंग
actually
देंगे, सर्च स्ट्रिंग के हिसाब से the syntax, वो जो कमांड देते हैं, कमांड के हिसाब से रेलेवेंसी स्कोर मिलता है, जैसे जॉब पोर्टल्स में मिलता है.
Exactly, and this score is upfront. So ऐसा नहीं है कि we are actually planning not to have such paid services जहाँ पे if a candidate is paying us तो हम उसको ऊपर दिखाएंगे, या फिर if a recruiter is let's say paying us extra तो उसका job सबसे ऊपर दिखाएंगे. It's not that. It's simply to ease the pain of all the recruiters and all the job seekers. जो relevant है वही आपको सबसे ऊपर दिखेगा. So let's say somebody has got a score of 98% and somebody has got a score of 50% and 50% wala has paid me. ऐसा नहीं होगा कि 50% वाला ऊपर दिखेगा. And we tell this score upfront to all the stakeholders on the platform.
Understood. But okay, there is a question.
Yeah.
Why not add 99 rupees or something to it?
We
Add something.
will eventually do it.
No, my point is add something to it, because see, my employers also ask me this question that the resume is not good. My recruiters tell me this resume is not good. That's why I'm not calling these people. I viewed 100 people, but I called only 20 people. I asked them why, and they say resume is not good. I tell them, hey, listen, you can expect a Java programmer to be really good at Java, but not resume writing.
Right.
So if you can add in some minimal amount and write those resumes for them, or आपके इकोसिस्टम में जो पैशनेट रिक्रूटर्स है, जो पुनीत जैसा और हम भी आएंगे, take this help and why not write the resumes?
So on that point, Satya, my one of the solution is a resume building, in fact. So on my platform, students can build resume and get it reviewed through us also. So that is one service we have on our portal.
Free of cost?
Yes, it is free of cost.
Very good.
So I have just sent my portal address on the chat room.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay. We have two more people, Mr. Mubarak. And Mr. Raghavendra. Mr. Mubarak, if you can just introduce, we can have a quick introduction about you, your business.
Hey, hi. Mubarak
Can you
here.
please switch on your video?
Sure. Hello.
Yeah.
Hey, Mubarak here. I am actually
Video is not, you are not visible.
I have switched it on.
Okay, we'll continue with this.
No, Varek, we can't see you.
Yeah.
Yeah, the video icon says it's on. There is no cross mark on that. So I believe it's on.
Maybe there's some network issues. Yeah, we can continue.
Sure, no problem. My name is Mubarak. I am actually one of the other founder with Amit HL, who is already there on expertise.com. Yeah, and prior to this, we had another company called GateLength, which got acquired early this year. So this is our new idea, new baby, I would say. And Amit is here. He'll be representing on behalf of Expertise. So I mostly take care of the probably the operations and the marketing side.
Nice to have you. And we have Mr. Raghavendra as well. Mr. Raghavendra Raju. Okay, does anybody wants to say anything, or do you have any question for SL or any ask for the community? Or if I just forgot someone to ask for the introduction, please come forward and please introduce yourself and your company. Okay, yeah, Mr. Krutat Shah. Yes, we were waiting for you, but I guess
Hello,
there
ma'am.
was some. Hello, yeah, hi. Can you
I'm
please switch
Krutaj
on your
Shah.
video?
Ma'am, it's actually not possible. I'm outside, and previously it was not
Okay.
possible for me.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Ma'am, I'm a fresh graduate. I completed my graduation 2 months back only. I'm a mechanical
Mm-hmm.
engineer. It was nice to to listen to all of you. It was actually so nice. I just want to ask Satya sir one question.
Yes, sir. Please go ahead.
Sir, I heard one question that every recruiter should ask one question.
Hmm.
Convince me to reject you.
Yes, I said that.
Uh, yeah, sir, I really liked your question, and I have been through placements, and
Hmm.
I have been placed in a company, but due
Hmm.
to this situation, they are not joining me right now. They
Okay.
delayed it.
Hmm.
So in this time, I'm also thinking to start up with something
Hmm.
to build my startup. So
Okay.
it was really nice that what all knowledge you give me. So it
Mhm.
was really nice.
Mhm.
I get to know more points. I want to listen more about this specific question.
Okay. Kristarth,
Yes, sir.
what startup are you working on? What idea are you
I'm
working on?
working on e-commerce for t-shirts, printing, and all that things. I'm thinking on that part.
Both, hai na bhai. Why do you want to do it? How can you compete
Uh,
with the big bees?
yes, sir. Firstly, if I will think about the competition, I will not be able to start anything. Competition is
Okay.
in each and everything as of now.
Right.
But if I completely focus on what I want to do and what I can give to the consumer, it is actually B2C, business
Hmm.
to consumer directly.
Hmm.
So if I think what consumer needs and what they like actually, I can
Hmm.
really do good in it if I focus on it.
Okay. Why not something in mechanical engineering that you have did?
Right now, it is not possible due to there is no leads for that thing. I am staying in Jamnagar. It is the
Hmm.
basic hub of for brass part industries.
Okay.
But the scenario right now is Delhi is in total lockdown. There are no specific orders. There is no requirement as of now.
Okay.
So the
Understood.
industry and that part is total shutdown. I think so. Most of the industries are working very slow. That
Hmm.
it will be needing at least 1 or 2 years to buckle them up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Understood. All right. Ask your question. I would be glad to give you some clarity on that one, or maybe
So you
speak more
told
on that.
me
Hmm.
that you told us that convinced me to reject you. That you asked that question.
Correct.
Why should we ask as a recruiter? If
Hmm.
I'm a recruiter,
Hmm.
why should I ask that question to a candidate?
Right. Because see, if somebody cannot self-evaluate themselves
Okay.
against the responsibility that we're going to give them, I
Okay.
think they don't fit to be in the job. Because first of all, we are not offering them job. We are offering them a greater responsibility of driving us further.
Yeah. Correct.
And why do we hire freshers? Not just because we want some dumb people to sit on the bench because the benches are vacant. No, we want to see how the fresh thoughts are. Somebody who is not influenced, and how does he think? Can he think crazy? Can he give us some thoughts and ideas? With his experience, with his educational experience, with his love stories, failures, daru, sharab, what value can he bring in terms of perspective? And when we ask this question, convince me to reject you, from a recruiter standpoint, to be precise to what your question is,
Yeah.
जब recruiter आपका resume pick करेंगे,
Mhm.
then he will send it to he'll say Krutarth Shah is a good guy, he speaks well, good English, fresher को और क्या चाहिए, GPA है, com skills है, बस भेज दिया. And then his team lead will ask certain questions, and then this goes to the manager, then this goes to the hiring panel, then there are competitors for you at the hiring table, and then that goes to HR, finance, budgets, and all of this. Now there is a series of tables that your resume needs to cross through, and there are 10 questions, for example, coming to the recruiter. And if I say that, okay, you convince me to reject you, you would probably put in all the points that we think could be a reason for rejection. And if you can analyze that and still be in the race and interview with me and convince me that, okay, this could be the possible point that you could reject me. I say, no, 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 because you are smart, you are matured. I think I can take this matured mind and teach him, boy, you said these are the 5 weak areas of you, and now work on this in the next 3 months, and then you are permanent. So this will actually help the companies and also the individuals to self-evaluate them, so that we can tell Kritarth that now you know that you are rejected if you are
Okay.
failing to convince me. So we're cutting down on the follow-up feedback process as well, that you will realize that, boy, you don't fit to be here because of the company, because of the job description, or maybe answering these questions, you would realize that, yeah, I think I don't want to be a mechanical engineer now. I think my interests are somewhere else. So this question is a very, very powerful and critical introspection question that you evaluate. अगर तू recruiter होगा तो कैसा reject करेगा? That means you are self-evaluating yourself right there without any influence, because you want to impress the recruiter. So you would talk like a recruiter. You say, sir, मेरे पास ये नहीं है, तो reject कर सकते हो आप. हम बोलेंगे नहीं नहीं, right? और बोल.
Okay.
So that's a very powerful question.
Okay. Okay, sir.
And if you're asking me the answer to convince them, that answer will be dependent on each and every individual. You know what happens whenever I ask this question, majority 60% of the times, end of the conversation, candidates tell me that, Satya sir, I think I don't want this job. Satya sir, I think I need some time to think about whether or not I would like to join your company or any recruitment company or any software company. I want to take time and think about what do I want to do first. I say, take a week's time, come back to convince me.
Okay.
People call me and say, sir, I'm working on a different thing. Sir, I got into mechanical engineering job. Sir, I got into this. Sir, I'm working on a startup. I'm playing in a contest. Sir, I'm practicing this. I'm practicing this. People come to me with very, very happy faces. People come to me and say, sir, your discussion helped me. And I figured out that I still want to be a mechanical engineer. And people start building their rare interests. If they lost the interest by academics, they start building it. So it helps everybody. And the center of the conversation would obviously be very crystal clear future of the job aspirant. उसको ये पता चलेगा कि कैसा इंटरव्यू देना है या उसमें क्या कमी है.
Okay.
Because
Okay, sir,
when you reject yourself, you'll be ruthless. I must be polite considering my position, but you can be ruthless to you. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, sure, sir. I got the point that why should I ask the question to the candidate if I hiring someone?
Not only hiring candidate, अभी आप एक e-commerce startup entrepreneur बनना चाहते हो, convince yourself to reject you as an entrepreneur.
Okay.
That is a personal, powerful question, dude. You got to understand. You can apply that question to any situation, anywhere in life. अगर आप convince ही नहीं कर पाते हो reject करने के लिए, you know, if you are unable to reject yourself in front of that girl, or if you are unable to reject yourself for that role, for this business model, to borrow that money, I think you won it. You should go for it.
Okay.
You will excel in it.
I hope you got the answer, Kritarth.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. I got my answer.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, everyone, and thank you for giving us your precious time. It was really interesting session, and even after the call, if you want to connect with anyone, just let me know. You can ping me on my WhatsApp. Also, you can drop me a mail as well. And it will be really great if we can connect in future as well. Thank you so much.
So, Shruti, what is the agenda of the following meeting next week? Also, a couple of meetings we have. So it's a similar.
So, yeah, this was the HR meet, and on Monday we'll be having the marketing, and on Tuesday we'll be having the fintech meets. So if you have any contacts or colleagues or who may be interested in this particular sector, or even if you are from the different sector, if you want to join the call, you can join, you can introduce yourself, you can introduce your business, your offerings, and you can also ask for the collaborations. Maybe you are from HR and you want to collaborate with some marketing person, then you can join the call, and it would be really helpful for your branding and your networking as well.
Okay. So
I just suggest you.
As of now, you have lined up next 2 sessions, right?
No, we have sessions for this whole week. On Tuesday we have for marketing, and sorry, Monday marketing, and Tuesday we have for fintech, and Wednesday I guess for digital marketing, and for Thursday it is for manufacturing, and Friday it is for logistics, and Saturday it is for food and beverages.
Okay.
Yeah, I think this is just the second session.
Yeah, this is actually the first session was yesterday, and it was an introductory session for it was SL meet, and today it was HR meet, and yes, similarly we'll be having sector wise, domain wise meets.
Yeah,
So if you
if
have
you
any
have any,
person,
if you have any suggestions, you can reach out to Shruti or Akansha or whoever is your account manager, and they can conduct those sessions.
Yeah, correct.
Yes,
If you want any
want
specific point to be addressed, and if it is related to startups or any pain areas, or you're too frustrated that your business model is not going well and you want it to be reviewed, you reach out to those account managers. They will connect you with the team. If that's a paid service, minimal paid service, just pay for it. Then losing lakhs, just pay them some minimal amount, get it reviewed, have those great brains work on your model, revamp it, and go for it.
Okay.
So if you need any consultant, advisor, mentors, or even if you're looking for any CA, CS or lawyers and any kind of services, we provide A to Z all the services. StartupLanes is like we focus more on the delivery of services rather than making revenue actually.
These
So
guys
you
come
can
as an expert hand, basically. You forgot to tell them about actually investor deck.
Yeah, sure. So basically, let me give a short introduction about StartupLanes. Like in the starting, also I've told you we have a base in 40 cities and 7 countries, and we are working on 3 pillars of funding, branding, and sales. And yes, we provide A to Z all the services. Like I said, we have consultants, mentors, and city wise we have advisors as well. We have CAs, lawyers as well. Apart from this, we also help you in pitch deck making, pitch deck advisory, financial making, financial advisories. We have experts, onboarded experts from different fields, from different cities, from different countries as well. And in the month of June, we have launched in UK as well. And yes, we are working on California as well. I'm also looking for California. So yes, we are expanding.
Great. And also, if you want to invest in 50,000, 1 lakh rupees, 2 lakh rupees,
Yeah.
whatever the amount is, reach out to her. They will reach
So if
out
you
to
want
the
to,
funding team.
if you want to be in, if you want to invest in any of these startup of your interest area or any field, just let me know. I'll be happy to assist you. I'll explain you the whole process of being an investor and what are the benefits we can provide you.
Yeah, they have great investment plans, by the way.
And we are also incubating new ideas. So if you want to be a part of, like such as a part of Reva, and if you want to be part of any of the incubated company, and if you have your own idea, then also you can just mail us your 1-page summary, and then we'll be happy to take it forward.
So when you say incubate, means what support you provide if you incubate a startup?
We're providing A to Z all the we're providing every kind of support to the startup. We are helping you in finding the co-founders. We are helping you in raising the funds. We are providing the technical base. We are providing the marketing help. Every kind of. We can also provide you the interns as well. Whatever the requirement for the growth of the startup, we'll do everything.
Okay. That's a
It is as good as, you go to them with an idea and they'll adopt you and your idea, and
give
then
money.
just get the growth. Not just give money. They are not so easy. They're tough.
I know.
They're tough.
So it's not about making
They
money.
validate first. Their validation kills. They validate, and then, because see, it is all hard earned money. To raise 50 lakhs for a startup. Just imagine there are 50,000 rupees that is pulled in from hundreds of people. So how responsible do you expect them to be to pull in 50,000 rupees, make it a 50 lakh fund, and then incubate, give all the ideas, make the co-founders, agreements, registrations, and then do it. So it is going to be a little tough, but on the point, if you have got the stuff, they have got the rest.
I know, Satya.
Then how
funding has to be tough.
Oh yeah, it has to be, and everybody works for it now, right?
Then how I present my idea to you?
I'm just putting my email ID. You can just drop me a mail. I'll help you the way forward, how we can take it forward. It's shruti@startuplanes.com.
SH or SR?
SHRUTI. Shruti@startuplanes.com.
Okay.
Okay, so I think we are done.
Yeah, we are done. Shishir sir, if you're there, would you like to say something?
I would like to say thank you so much to Shruti and the entire team. And by the way, in 2006, I launched a startup in recruitments called naukrisalah.com, which exactly served the same purpose like we discussed today. We were working for the candidates, and in fact, initially I did the test myself. So I used to call on behalf of the candidate to the employers. So in fact, I called a lot of HRs pretending to be the job seeker. So like I said, hi, my name is Ashish. I want to apply for the marketing job. Can I come for an interview? And then I gave this lead to Ashish. So we did a lot of things for them, and it was very good. We got a lot of well wishes, but unfortunately, this entire setup was closed in 2009, and we closed with a revenue of 6 crore that time. So wow. we had 6 lakh members, and we charged one member 100 rupees, out of which 40 rupees went to the cyber cafe, 60 rupees was with us. So we had a scratch card system those days. That included creating the resume, and 10 interviews were assured to each candidate. So that was the model we built, but unfortunately, corporate world did not like it, and we were forced to shut down. Today also we have an international recruitment business. So anyhash.com, anybody interested can have a look there. Thank you so much. Thank you, Satya, and everybody. So let's log out and come back tomorrow. Bye.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.